So the starting position with any toes to bar movement is the arch position, and this is actually normally down to strength. So this exercise will help you strengthen your lats so you can pull your hips towards the bar. Now for this exercise, you're gonna need a pole or a pipe, also a band and somewhere to attach the band. Now what I'm gonna do from here is gonna take my hands in the grip I would jump on the bar with. From here, take my knees down, and I'm going to drop my chest so it's parallel to the floor. So I'm getting a lovely stretch through the lats. I'm getting a good range of motion. Now from here, I'm going to keep my arms straight. I'm really going to try and pull my shoulders back, pull it in to my waist. Keeping the arms straight, avoiding no elbow bend, so my triceps do not take over, and really imagining, keep it swooping back and pulling my shoulders back as much as I can. Now I should be feeling this exercise in my lats, just underneath my armpits, and I'm going to go anywhere between 10 and 15 reps with a nice slow tempo for about 3-4 sets. If you don't have access to a rig or a band, but you do have access to a dumbbell, we're going to do an exercise called a dumbbell pullover. This, again, is going to strengthen your lats and help you pull them hips to the bar in the arch position. Now what we're going to do from here, we're going to grip the dumbbell. I'm going to come and show you. Have my hands under like so. From here, I'm going to carefully lay back. Start with my arms straight, slight bend in the elbow. From there, I'm going to let the dumbbell drop over my head and then pull it up in line with my chest. Yet again, trying to avoid the triceps taking over. I'm trying to pull and stretch through my lats and then squeeze up over my chest. Stretch through the lats, up, and squeeze it just in line with my chest. Yet again, the exercise can be performed anywhere between 10 to 15 reps with 3 to 4 sets.
So the second section of a successful toes to bar, after you've initiated that hollow, is to go into the Superman, getting the chest through under the hands. Now, the biggest issue people have here is restriction in the way the shoulder functions, but predominantly in through the chest. So what we're going to do is show you an amazing chest stretch, but it's also a little bit of a nerve floss. So it helps desensitize any restrictive or hypersensitive nerves, allowing the chest to open up even more. So it increases the range of movement, allowing you to execute that movement pattern a lot more efficiently. Now, it's important with this one is that we're going to take the hand up nice and high, so it's definitely above your head, and the hand is parallel to the floor. As soon as you turn the fingers towards the ceiling, it's not going to be effective. So the hand nice and parallel to the floor, we're just going to step towards the wall. Okay, as habit, wrap the other arm around the back, but focus next on pulling that shoulder down. So using your scapula, your shoulder blade, and pull, engage the lats, pull that shoulder down. I don't want to see anyone shrugging there to shoulder up towards their ear. So drive that shoulder down, and then we're just going to, from there, just take that ear down towards the opposite shoulder and back away. So this section here is a bit of a nerve floss, and you may well find that you're feeling that pulling all the way down through the bicep and in through the chest. So we're creating that shoulder extension. And we're going to do about 10 to 15 repetitions. Don't push through the pain, just go up to the border of that, working in and out with the head flexion. As you improve, take the hand a bit higher, step a bit closer to the wall, focus on rotating a bit further. Continue that through both sides, feel how much of a difference it makes. So another common problem in executing getting the toes to bar is hip flexor weakness combined with hamstring flexibility. So here's an amazing drill, essentially focusing on hip flexor weakness. And it's more of an activation, making sure that you're activating the deep hip flexors as you need to. So as a simple test and initial, we're just going to start straddling the legs slightly. Hands delicately on the floor next to your knees. And all we're going to do is flex the foot and bring one leg up. Relax it, just let that shake out, and we'll switch to the other side. Now, it's important when you do this, that you don't lean back. Keep the torso nice and fixed, and we're just going to activate each hip flexor independently. Once you've done that, we can bring the feet together. Again, the further forward you lean with this, the harder it's going to be. Now, if you're sitting upright and you struggle to even lean forward, obviously tight hip flexors, lower back. Hands again, positioned just mid-thigh, and we're just going to go for a double leg lift and drop. And we're just going to do rounds of this, between 10 and 15 reps. You'll feel it burning quite deep within your hips, maybe a little bit into your quads. As you get stronger at that, feel free to chuck an ankle weight over your ankles, but in all fairness, if you get stronger and you haven't got ankle weights, just work your way forward. And the further forward you come, the harder it is to initiate that hip flexion. Now imagine this is kind of the end position, perfect toe to bar will be. So we're bringing in that hip strength through the various different ranges of movement. It's harder than it looks, give it a go. So part of the execution of the toes to bar, getting the toes up to the bar, like we mentioned before, hip flexor strength, yes, but that needs to coincide with a bit of hamstring flexibility. Now, I'm not going to teach you how to suck eggs. You all know how to stretch your hamstrings, and there's so many different variations. However, a lot of the issue can come from nerve restriction, tight nerves, hypersensitive nerves. So just going to show you a simple SRJ lower lumbar nerve release that will actually help really release all the way down through the hamstrings. So if whenever you do a hamstring stretch, you just feel it burning, give this a little go just to help calm the nerves down, give you a bit more flexibility. So with this, you need to get your bum right in against the wall. And we're going to spin our legs up onto the wall. Okay, so we're flexing our feet, and all we're going to do is bring our hands out as well. So in this position, keeping the back grounded, drawing the belly button down into the ground, we're just going to bring one arm back and the other arm back. And we're just going to rotate the arms at the end of that. It's a nice simple movement, keeping the feet flexed. Just going to do 10 to 15 reps of this.
So we're going to focus on these two drills before we start hanging on the rig. We're going to focus on a good hollow position and a good Superman position. So for us to find a good hollow position, we need to lay nice and flat on the floor. Now naturally, you're always going to have a curve in your lower back when you lay flat to the floor. So what we're going to do from here is we have the arms above our head, pull up. So we're really compressing our lower backs into the floor. Best cue I tend to use for this one is imagine you're taking a punch by Anthony Joshua and you're bracing that stomach into the floor. In this position, you want your hands level with your ears. It's quite natural for your head and shoulders to lift off the floor. Now what we're going to do from here, we're going to lift our legs up, point our toes, contract our quads. And this is going to be our good hollow position where our lower back is pressed on the floor. And we're going to hold this 20 to 30 seconds. So the second position we're going to work on is the Superman position. So from here, we're going to literally lay flat to the floor. I'm going to have my head down in a second. So from here, what we're going to do is going to try and engage our glutes, and we're going to lift our whole legs off the floor, and we're going to lift our arms on the floor. And we're going to hold, relax, and repeat. So if you wanted to make that hollow position a little bit more challenging and almost to simulate a toes to bar position, what we can do is go into a hollow position, and then when we're in that position, we're really going to try and pull from the midline, maintain the lovely hollow position as we rock. And we can do this anywhere between 10 and 15 reps. So first thing, we're going to get into a hollow position. When we get that position, we're going to rock back off the floor, keeping that nice tight midline.
So there we have it, a step-by-step guide on the most common weaknesses and flaws we see with regards to the toes to bar movement. Now, all these exercises are designed around you being at home through lockdown 2 to perfect your movement patterning, so when you do get back in the gym, you're that little bit further ahead on nailing the toes to bar. Now obviously performance comes at a different level, so if you want a bit more of a performance-based video for real strength enhancement on any one of them sections and phases, then let us know which section of the toes to bar you're struggling with, and we can create a little bit of a performance video for that. And secondly, it's all about timing, and obviously we haven't covered timing of physically executing that toes to bar. So if you want us to cover timing and a way to split the toes to bar routine down so you can gradually build your way all the way into a full toes to bar, then again, drop us a comment and let us know. Hope you found that useful. We'll see you soon.